All right. I know what you're thinking. Why are you doing this again? Where's that beautiful, scruffy face? Don't worry. For proper television and movie breakdowns, I will continue to do my videos in the format that you're all used to with my face. But for quicker videos, like theories and trailer breakdowns, we're just going to go with this because editing videos takes time and effort, and I can't be bothered to do that all the time. Anywho, let's talk about today's quick take, Loki, or, well, more specifically, the Loki trailers. Now, I waited until we got a second trailer to talk about this, because to be honest, I think this trailer filled in a lot of the blanks / answered a lot of the questions that the first did not. And I'm really excited for this show because the showrunner, Michael Waldron, hails from none other than Rick and Morty. If you've seen Rick and Morty, you know my mind immediately went to the testicle monster time cops. Interestingly, he's also listed as a producer for Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness, and what I'm getting at is that this is a producer who seems uniquely qualified to head up a show we assume will revolve around alternate realities and branching timelines. And from the very first shot, we can see that the show is picking up not far at all from where we last saw this Loki. And I do say this Loki because remember, this is not Loki Prime, who died at the beginning of Infinity War. No. Recall that when Tony, Cap, Bruce, and Scott went back to 2012 in the Endgame time heist, their meddling allowed past Loki, freshly beaten after the events of the first Avengers, to escape elsewhere into the universe with the Space Stone. Now, as per what we were told by the Ancient One in that movie, the removal and non-return of an Infinity Stone from the primary timeline creates a new reality branched from the primary one. If you've seen Rick and Morty, or even, honestly, Back to the Future 2, these really shouldn't be foreign concepts for you to understand. Ergo, the Loki that this show will be following is an alternate version of Loki from this new branched timeline. And it's important to remember that this will be a very different character, seeing as how now this Loki will not have undergone the character development and redemption arc that the Prime Loki did in the subsequent Thor 2, Thor the Dark World, and Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok, which took place after the point where variant Loki diverged from the main timeline. Keep up, people! This is why it says variant on the back of his jumpsuit, because he's literally a variant of the original Loki. We get a little bit of a better look at the TVA here, too. The headquarter design is all chock full of hourglasses and clocks, kind of like an office on steroids. And I'm going off a bit of my comic knowledge here, but I do know that their headquarters exists outside of the regular flow of time, allowing them to sort of step into and out of different timelines and realities as they please in order to do their job. Now, one of the biggest theories swirling around the show is that it will serve as a pre-introduction for the time-travel-based villain Kang the Conqueror, who is set to be the main villain in the upcoming Ant-Man 3. The roots of the character in the comic are very much time-travel-based, so it makes sense that they might build his history as a TVA timekeeper. Essentially, the timekeeper's function is to maintain the flow of the primary universe's timeline and to deal with individuals who significantly affect the normal flow of that time. Loki's obviously one of these problem children. Specifically we see here that the Loki that we're following is variant number 1130, or 1130. This insinuates that the events of Infinity War and Endgame have caused a lot more timeline branching and disruption than I initially would have thought. Even the logo of the show is a take on the theme of alternate realities, with different fonts cycling through endlessly. Now, the central story that the show is going to be following is going to be interesting, and I specifically came across it watching this video from Emergency Awesome. I did not think of this myself. Essentially, the reason Owen Wilson's Timekeeper character is interested in using Loki instead of just locking him away is that he wants to use him in order to apprehend other alternate Lokis running amok in these newly created branch realities. That's why we're seeing all these different versions of Loki in the trailers. President Loki, All-Father Loki, D.B. Cooper Loki, Gender-Bent Loki, etc., etc. That's going to be the whole show. Loki 1130 and Owen Wilson hopping around dimension after dimension dealing with alternate rogue Lokis. No doubt causing some trouble of his own along the way. Now, if that doesn't make you just foam at the mouth in anticipation, I don't know what will. And with this in mind, it also makes sense why this is the only Marvel Disney Plus show to have been greenlit for a Season 2 even before its release. As my friend Sarah would put it, the concept has legs, aka there's a lot you can do with it. It's definitely going to tie into Thor Love and Thunder as well as Ant-Man and the Wasp, but it can definitely go in whatever direction it wants to go in. We probably won't get any more information about the show as it approaches its June 11th release because honestly, like I said before, I think that this second trailer gave us a lot. However, if we get some new tidbit of information along the way, I'll be sure to make an addendum to this quick take. Otherwise, I will see you guys whenever is the next time that I'm going to upload a video. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and time is a valuable resource, and I'm always happy you chose to spend some of it with me.